Hey guys, we have a pretty interesting carry now. His playstyle is basically placing a lot of stakes into your ult. The best way to compare this would be something like Juggernaut, although Juggernaut can really decide who he's gonna attack. Plus you also got spinning here. So when you play Void, people kinda expect from you to jump in there, cast a Chronosphere and do your job. Pretty much killing at least one or two targets at least. One is pretty bad. Two targets is like okay, fine-ish. Three targets would be amazing if, or at least killing two targets and getting the third one to a low health. There has to be value out of this, and the whole build will basically be made in a way that this gets as much benefit as you can. So let's start with the build. Power threads, of course. You want to start early building attack speed, as much attack speed as you can get. Preferably combined with some utility, perhaps. Now, start with power threads. People usually like just rushing Mask of Madness. The basic mask is great for farming. It can help you stay on the lane. Every hit gives you health back. It's even better when the time lock procs, right? Extra heals. But what I like playing is pretty much, it's not always set in stone that I get Mask of Madness. It depends a lot on the enemy team. Sometimes I just completely ignore the mask and I just go Maelstrom. Maelstrom is also fine for farming. You'll be high level enough. If you can't farm on the lane, you'll be fine in the jungle. This is a great farming tool. The best thing about Maelstrom is it upgrades into Mjolnir. Mjolnir is like heavy attack speed, really nice buff for yourself, and it also gives you like an initial like 30% chance to pierce any evasion. Maybe there's a Phantom there and you can fight Phantom early, even if she stacked a lot of points into passive for some reason, you can already get like early kills if you have Maelstrom alone. There's a pretty good chance that you can fight her, for example. But yeah, it's kind of like a scuffed monkey. If there's a butterfly and you don't want to be bothered with monkey, but I don't know why would you not, you would make this anyways. But for example, if you're short on money, this can carry you like some way towards trying to kill somebody with evasion. But it's not perfect, but it is a good replacement, which you'll be making anyways. So depending who it is, right on the other side, I would just get power threads, I would get Maelstrom. I would ignore everything else that I put. I would just rush into Mjolnir. It's attack speed, it's procs, it's a nice buff on yourself, right? So whenever you jump in, let's say you jump in, you do your ult is about to expire, you're kind of expecting some damage, especially if it's melee. It's nice to just save this, ult goes up, you just cast it, and you're ready to fight even more. It's like a really nice, in a way, protection plus damage boost. So sometimes I would be just running around with threads and Mjolnir and just trying to catch people with like half health, low health, trap him in Chronosphere, try to kill him. You'll have this. So this is completely fine. If you have Mask of Madness or decide to make it after it, that's completely fine. It's even more attack speed. I never liked the silence effect though. Silence effect kills me, like mentally. I hate the effect. So again, if there's gonna be trouble with the enemy team, sort of, where it kind of feels like it's only useful in ult, or not even in ult, they can kind of do something on the side. Maybe you just skip this. I don't know. Maybe just skip the mask. Maybe you don't make it at all. Going threads, Maelstrom, and upgrading, and then going blacking bar is completely fine. You're more than enough equipped to do some damage anyways, even without the extra attack speed from this. But yeah, it's mostly used when you ult. When you're not under ult and press Command of Madness, a lot of bad things can happen, like really bad. And I kind of like having my spells available. So again, it depends on the enemy team. But yeah, get it or not, it's completely fine. This is gonna turn into Satanic later if you want. It's a great item. You just disassemble the Madness, skip the mask, upgrade to Satanic. but that's like really late later on, because ult is, you're there to ult and kill. You're not there to like tank and heal potentially. You need to kill as much as you can. To do that, you need items before Satanic. A lot of items actually with Void. So yeah, also try not to die with this hero. You cannot afford to die. He really needs his items, his level, everything. If the lane gets too hot, feels like you're gonna die, or you died once, or your support can't help you, or support is bad, or it's the bad pick. Whatever the combo is, their lane is just better. Let's say their offlaner and their support. Just leave the lane and go jungle. Completely fine. You have your own jungle, and you can even sneak in their jungle depending who's on top and how active their mid is. It's completely fine. You can catch up either way. You have like a time walk anyway, 6 seconds. You're gonna be maxing this out anyways with time lock, so you'll be able to travel real fast. Don't have to waste money on teleports at all. So yeah, next item, this is the one that you'll need definitely no matter what. You need Black King. I would say 90% of the time or 95% of the time, when you jump in with time walk and ult, that is your moment then. Especially if you have mask, you're gonna be hard locked into your ult. So you need to get all of your attacks out, as much attacks as you can. You cannot afford to like Chronosphere, get hexed, get stunned, swapped out. Like maybe there's Venge, she can swap you out. You gotta run back. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can use this, but maybe you just silence because you use this. Venge can swap. You gotta run back. It's just one example of what can go wrong. You can get etherealed. Billion things. You can get Yule Sceptered. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong. Black King is a must. You don't have to rush it. You can see how the enemy plays, how many disables they got stuns, but usually I would get it sooner than later, just so you can do your job. Because if you have this and this, you are definitely able to fight in a lot of fights. So having some protection while being able to jump around is pretty nice. After this, I would say probably maybe time to get some crits. You can just straight go and make Daedalus. If you see, like again, another problem with the enemy team, if you have like trouble, maybe there's a lot of silence effects or anything like that, or just so many stuns and hexes that you can't really utilize this. It's not enough. They still keep catching you. Or maybe just some like annoying AoE silence like a Draw Ranger, but you don't want to waste this. Manta is always an option. I know it's not a full agility item, but it's kind of there really. Yeah, you're gonna be jumping around. The illusions are not there really to do damage, although they're gonna be doing damage in Chronosphere anyways. But Yasha effect is pretty great. Attack speed, movement speed, agility, armor, and the ultimate orb is also plus on all stats. It's also plus 10 agility among the rest. So you definitely cannot go wrong with this. I would say this depends more. I don't usually make this always. It just depends how much trouble I'm having escaping. Am I getting hexed, stunned, silenced all the time? Just blacking not enough. If I want to get something before blacking and push for more damage while trying to survive, Manta just might be nice after, let's say, these or like these. You can just go Manta then. No problems. Relatively cheap, easy to make, yeah, a lot of benefits. One item also does great is Skadi. It's not so much on the damage, but it's like a nice item to round it all after some bigger items. Of course, you never rush this. You kind of get it last or before the last. There's always Monkey. Now for Void, this is like one of the rare heroes, but for Void you can kind of get Monkey just to get it. It's not with Void. It's not about is there a Phantom Assassin or is there a Butterfly hero with Butterfly, right? It's not about that. It's attack speed, it's damage, and it's proc on damage, and that proc goes with time lock as well. So making Monkey for Void just to make it as an item, even if nobody's there with evasion, it's completely fine. You can also go that, buff your attack speed even more. One other thing that people like doing is also just get Moonshard, right? Let's say we have all of this. You kind of sit there and think, okay, I'm kind of missing some attack speed more though. Let's say this is not enough for some reason, or maybe you don't have a mask. People easily just go and make Moonshard, you ult. There's a really nice talent point here on level 20. 120 attack speed during Chronosphere. So you can see how much attack speed you can get. So if you're really kind of higher level, you had a nice lane, nice farm, nice level, you won some fights, you'll definitely reach level 20 and get the talent faster than anybody else. But just like I said, doing Chronosphere, pressing blacking, doing as much damage as you can. You need as much attack speed as you can to get the time lock procs, get the crit proc. I've seen people easily make this and just run like that. It's completely fine. Attack speed, blacking, crits. That's pretty much what Void needs anyways. There's also butterfly option. I would say be kind of careful with this one. It's not that cheap, but the evasion effect you can kind of proc it. If there's like an enemy team that has a lot of, let's say there's an enemy pick, or a couple of picks that would benefit a lot from Monkey. I don't know, let's say there's, I don't know, somebody like Chaos Knight. Making Butterfly against Chaos Knight, he's definitely just gonna go and rush Monkey then. And he's gonna destroy you. And agility and attack speed and damage is nice, but you lose all of the evasion. And why I don't like Butterfly that much anyways is because 25 talent gives you backtrack anyways, and it's kind of already there, right? You're playing a carry. If the game lasts that long, you're probably gonna hit 25th. I guess it depends, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this for Void. You can make it definitely, just like I said, it can kind of, like, the enemy team might be sleeping on some damage, and if you make agility, you can kind of force them or proc their brain to think, okay, I'm just gonna get Monkey and destroy this guy for sure now. So I just like getting something else. One item that's also a possibility is Assault, for sure. Pure attack speed, armor reduction, right? Goes well with the whole team. That's one item that you can get as well. So yeah, like pick and choose, but pretty much what you want to do with Void is some early attack speed as much as you can, cover it with crits, cover yourself with spell immunity, and then just you can make what assemble this into the mask. Why would you drop this? Yo, just gonna drop it. And then just as the last one, you just get Satanic. So if there's any trouble and you can return enough health with Time Walk, there's always huge heals, and you'll be needing health anyways. So yeah, that's the last item. I really like to delay it with Void as the last one, because you have to push for all of this to have any chance to get a nice impact. If the game goes long enough, people will just get like Yule Scepters, they'll get Ghost Scepters, they'll get Ethereals, Aeon Discs. They're just gonna get a bunch of stuff that can help them and also anybody stuck in the Chronosphere. So you don't have time to make some big lifesteal health stuff. You just need to make attack speed and crit and everything to just kill them off all in the Chronosphere. And that's pretty much it. Okay, now he wants to drop it. But yeah, I would look something like this with Moonshot and Butterfly as options, all of these. Yeah, that's it for the items. Let's take a look at the talent tree. First one on the left, it saves you a bunch more, right? 0.5 seconds, you may receive some huge damage, you can just jump off. Like heal to the fullest, probably. So I would always take the left one. This is just complete RNG relevant fiesta. This skill alone is whatever, you don't care about it. Like, this is the main one, and the jump and the ult, this is kind of like, let's just give Void something that's not overpowered and just like quality for spell. That's pretty much how they designed this. It can get value, but again, it depends a lot. So just left one, level 15 right one, of course, as many jumps and many reduction on the jump as you can get. You can chase, you can heal. It's basically a healing spell for you. Third one, as I was talking about, all of the attack speed. Time lock damage is great. That is really great to get, but again, it's like a casino spell. There's a chance, it's only 24%. It needs to proc. For it to proc, you need attack speed, and you need attack speed for ult to kill everybody under it. So always the most logical thing for me was to just take the right one. You cannot go with some huge attack speed. It's almost like a moon shard, pretty much, for free. So yeah, just take it. And the last one is backtrack. So backtrack any damage, physical damage, spell damage. It was a basic spell in Dota 1. Now it's in the talent tree. In Dota 1 it was here instead of time dilation. You would just get backtrack naturally as like a basic skill that you would up. Something like Phantom with miss. Phantom had miss, right? And still has, and Void had backtrack here. But now it's time dilation and backtrack is moved all the way to level 25. Yeah, but that's it. Backtrack and attack speed, jumps, and improve the cooldown of the... Not cooldown, like more... You can take more damage and pretty much heal back with the jump. So that's it. Shard is also great, but I don't know if you'll have money for Shard. You cannot afford to waste any money on anything, really, with Void. You just can't. It's a nice meme spell. You're just jumping back and forward and back, but 1.4k, it's a lot of money that can be invested into any of this. So once you're completely done with your build, and I mean with Void, I mean completely done. I mean selling your boots and getting something. This is like when you're done with Void, and maybe even not then, because then if this is your final build, then you'll have to buy a moon shard, eat the moon shard, and then put the item back, or just play with moon shard depending what you have, right? So you are never done with Void. You will need all the money you can get. There's just no time for shard, just so you can have it, right? So that's it with Void. Like I said, gotta farm a lot. Try not to die even once on the lane. Take a real good look at your support. If you can't farm, if the lane's getting too hot, just leave the lane. Leave the lane completely. You go in jungle. If they ping you, they cry, just let them. Just leave the lane and hit the jungle full time. Don't get out of jungle at all. Try to see if you can get some fights when they're like half. This is best when they're like half health, so you can finish them off. Especially if you have a Mask of Madness and this. So pick your fights carefully and farm as much as you can, and that's pretty much it. Always check enemies items. One thing, always check enemy items before you jump in chrono. Check if that support that you're trying to catch, or like anybody has like a nasty on disc. It's just not worth it then going for it. Try to catch somebody else, kill him with the Black King, and just ignore the on disc supports or whatever it is. Maybe they can quickly press like Ethereal. And just be really careful. And yeah, that's it with Void, and I'll see you guys on the next hero.